Hi guys, welcome to another vlog. Thank you for joining me this morning. I hope you enjoyed the last vlog. I had so much fun making it, so I definitely want to continue making them. Looking at the numbers right now on YouTube, it's looking like people don't really like them, but that's okay. I enjoy making them, so I'm going to keep doing it. So I don't ramble on too much this morning. I did make talking points, so I feel like a little talk show host here with talking points. Let's see. A few new things since we last hung out. I cut my hair, chopped it off. I like it, but I have it up because I don't, the front part up because I don't like in the front. She made them very short. I wanted them longer. I've never had bangs except when I had a horrible bowl cut as a child. Worst haircut in the world. So thankfully this is better, but there's a few like really short pieces in the front. So I've just been putting it up every morning because I have naturally pretty wild hair. So with short pieces, it's kind of just like, what else is new? Oh, I had a job interview yesterday. I think it went okay. Ideally, I don't want to go back to working in the hospital. I just want to sit here and make art and listen to the whispers of my soul of what I'm meant to do, but we all have bills to pay, right? So we'll see what happens with that. I do have a lot of things to do today. What do we have to do? It's finally not raining here. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, ironically. Um, so I'm gonna go to the garden center and get the rest of the flowers I need for my pots. So hopefully I can do that today. I do want to repack my gigantic purse bag. Sorry, I didn't mean to shake the camera. My gigantic purse bag of art supplies. I got this little organizer on Amazon. Hopefully I can get everything in here and then it can just be something that I put in my tote bag with all of my sketchbooks and such. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all the color pencils in. I feel like that's going to be the tricky part. Last night I was playing with it a little bit. I was able to get all of my Tombos in. I didn't try yet with my color pencils because in my art bag I have them separated like neutral colors, warm colors, cool colors. So I don't know how that's all going to work, but I want to do that. I want to swatch new supplies. I know I'm not supposed to buy more supplies, but I did. So yeah, I need to swatch those. Of course, I need to work on Mermaid, which I am so shocked. I am absolutely in love with Mermaid. I am going to do it every year now, I think. I've never drawn mermaids before, and I am just having so much fun. I don't know. I mean, it takes time away from other projects I have, but I'm having so much fun. I don't mind that it's taking time away from other projects. Who knew, right? Of course, I need to work on random projects. I also keep a list of all the projects I'm working on, so I need to update that list. And then I also keep a list of all of the art classes that I'm taking, which I swear have to be over 100 art classes, and I really need to get better at finishing them. It's like I will start them, get so inspired by the technique or whatever that they're teaching, and then I just want to take it off into my own style and do my own thing, so then I never come back to the class to finish it. I really need to start finishing them because that list is gigantically long. Plus, I have a Skillshare membership, so on top of all the classes that I have outside of Skillshare, I also have 10 million classes in my folder on Skillshare, but whatever. I also need to continue cleaning the studio. I did start making some changes. I did get rid of that desk that was over there, and then the storage that was on top of it. I actually just put it over here on this desk. I'll show you guys that later. I would like to stop at the thrift store, see if I can find some furniture pieces that I can maybe paint and put in other places. What else? Oh, I guess random chats. I would like to start doing, I used to do this, where I would go through my phone each week and find pictures that kind of correlated with what was going on in my life. So kind of like a weekly or monthly roundup of memories. I kind of want to start another one of those because I feel like I have my 5 year, but I kind of want like a visual of my life also to kind of just flip through because I don't know about you, I'm not always going through my pictures in my phone, and then when I do, I'm like, oh my gosh, remember that? Um, yeah. Sorry, I'm rubbing my PJ pants. I feel like those people who work from home during COVID right now, it's like business on the top, party on the bottom. I got presentable from the waist up for you guys and still have PJ bottoms on. That's the luxury of staying home, right? But yeah, I guess today I am just going to work on all of that stuff. That was a lot. And I kind of just want to do a little research about continuing to listen to my soul whispers. I got an email from an artist I follow, Andrea Garvey, this morning. She's doing an international retreat in Paris. I don't know how these artists eventually go on to do these international retreats, but that is something in my heart that I want to do, learn how to do. I don't know. It's like one of those big goals that I have in my art. I feel like I need to make a new vision board. I don't think I've made a vision board since 2022. It's just like over there on the floor. And I don't know why. I always seem to make my vision boards at the beginning of summer. I can never bring myself to make them come the new year. I don't know, maybe because I live in Wisconsin and it's snowy and you don't want to do anything and it's dark and I don't know, you're not very motivated to make all these new year changes, I guess. But come summer, you're like, woohoo, let me get outside and make stuff happen. So I don't know, maybe that's why. But yeah, stay tuned for all my daily shenanigans. I'm sure this will be spilled out over the next couple of days, but thank you for coming back and spending time with me. I'm currently procrastinating going to the gym. This is why I try to work out at home because I tried being around all the people at the gym. So since I'm procrastinating, I figured I might try to get some of these supplies from my large art bag into this little travel guy. Like I said, I think it's going to be a struggle bus, but let's see what we can do. This back piece here is the biggest, so I might actually save this for all my color pencils. I don't know if I'm gonna like maybe rubber band them together in the color categories, and I kind of need to go through them. When I was swatching the color pencils, I said that I really was falling in love with the Faber-Castell Polychromos, but I'm finding as I'm coloring in my mermaids, it doesn't cover well as where the Prismacolors, like it really lays a nice color over the paper and it makes it more opaque, as where the Polychromos kind of just add a tint of color. And I'm finding that the Prismacolors, they blend better on top of the watercolor, at least with this, the quote-unquote crappy Bristol paper that I'm using. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. So I think the easiest part would be to add Tombows. I don't really care about this little elastic. So, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Pop those in there. I know they fit in here because this is the only supply I tested last night. I really wanted to get started last night, but Andy was home, so I didn't want to do a video, so I had to slow my roll and wait to show you guys. Alright, so Tombows in there. This will fit. No, I ordered a mini watercolor pan set. I don't know how I'm going to put ones that I don't have liquids or tubes into it, but it's really small. It's like half of this and it holds 24 colors. That's supposed to be coming in the mail soon. I think I want to at least pop the essentials in there. So I've got my 4H pencil. This is the liner I've been using, the Pentel Point liner in 0.1. Of course, my eraser. I also need my other little
Mono Zero eraser. What else do I use a lot? I use this to get eraser flakes off. I don't like to really rub my hand too much. Let's see, what else do I really use out of here? I might use this purple Pilot Color Uno. Do I really use the blue and the red? I do, but I don't. I feel like I use the purple more. I just bought a pink one. Where did I put the pink? No, I'll put the pink one in there too. Okay, the red and the blue, I love them, but I don't feel like I have been using them lately. So I have this really nice Pentel Graphic Gear mechanical pencil. It's amazing. It's very heavy, but I don't know. I prefer sketching with this one. Do I put it in or not? I don't know. It's a maybe. We'll put it over there. But as far as everything else I have in this cup, the water brushes, I mean, it would be ideal to put a water brush in there. This one I haven't even been using, so that can go. This black jelly roller I have not been using, but I'm going to put that in the maybes. This is also a maybe. This is not feasible for like out and about. I already have a pencil in there. So water brushes, maybe. This guy, adios. Then I have this pack of liners. Honestly, I feel like I have not touched these. I mean, a few of them I've touched, but overall, no, I have not touched these. Like my jelly rolls I've been using, but I've only been using the 0.5, so that'll go in. Yeah, I have not been using these liners. I do want to put some of my Copic liners in there because they're my favorite. My favorite size is 0.1. Honestly, I haven't used any of these. I used this Deco Art pen yesterday, so that can go in. I've been using my Tombows for eyeshadows, so these can go. That's a maybe. The rest of these, I think, don't need to go in, so we could take that out. And I think it's good now that I'm doing this. I first created my Mermaid like to-go kit in the sense of, okay, I'm probably going to use these supplies, but now that I'm, you know, almost halfway into it, I'm re-going through my supplies and like, what am I actually reaching for to like pare down what I have. I definitely have been using the black Faber-Castell Pitt pen. I haven't really been reaching for these. I want to use these more. I think that's why I put them in my bag, but I honestly haven't been using them, so I'm not going to put them in. Wow, look at that. We have gotten through so much crap that was in my bag already. I will say that this little pocket is kind of tight. I did just buy a bunch of new liners. I know, I'm not supposed to buy stuff. So I got some more Copic liners. I got a brown, a lavender, a warm gray, a cobalt, and then I got this drawing pen, which kind of looks like a calligraphy pen. Don't know how I feel about it, honestly. I don't think it, I don't know, writes or draws that well. So yeah, that was kind of a waste. But these blue, like this blue, I thought, normally when I do acrylic paintings, I don't use black. I use a Payne's Gray, which is kind of like a super dark blue. So that was my thought with that one. And then I thought that I would line in the blue because the black would be too bold. And then I've seen other artists line in these brown colors. But I think I'm going to put the blue in here. These I think I'm just going to pop in my little favorites jar. And I don't know, hopefully use them eventually. And then I did get a few new Tombow colors. Got a green, brown, purple, like a grayish blue, a light blue, and some more skin tones. I didn't have any really good brown skin tones, and I wanted something because when I'm doing my mermaids, I've been drawing people that I know. And Andy has a darker skin tone. And I didn't have a really good Tombow. So like this is like his skin tone. So that's why I bought that one. And then some of these I bought for shading and some because I didn't really have colors in that range. So let's pop those in with the Tombows. Okay, there we go. Voila. Wow, I feel like I could still fit more Tombows in there. That's pretty impressive. I mean, while we're going through all the new stuff I got, I also got these pigment deco brush Karen markers. I was watching lots of YouTube, which is horrible when you are trying to not buy supplies, and I felt like I just had to have them. I've swatched them. I got the pastel pack. They're kind of like if a Posca marker and a Tombow had a baby, they would be this marker. I haven't used them yet in my mermaids, but I want to. I want to try to use them because they give like a milky, opaque color, but I want to leave them in this box, so I think this will be something special that I'll add in when I'm working here at home at my desk, not like a to-go item. So that can just stay over to the side here. I've also been using a few gel pens that I have in here. Oh, I haven't even touched those. A few gel pens. I think I'm just going to leave them in this because this is easy enough to pop in my bag with everything else. And I've also been using the Tombow acrylic markers. I've been using both these and the Tombows a lot, which is good because they were a supply that I don't really reach for. And that was another goal I had with mermaids. I want to try to use supplies that have been neglected. I haven't really had use for a glue stick, so I don't think I'm going to bring that. I have used my little gum eraser, which I just keep in here so it doesn't get all like furry and dusty. So maybe I'll just set that there. I have used the crap out of my sharpener because I have been using mostly colored pencils, but I don't really want to put this inside here, so I think I'm going to keep this separate, but it's also going to go in my bag. I wonder if I can find a smaller case. Ooh, I have an idea. I will be right back. Okay, so I had a brainwave, and I think I'm going to keep this one here on my desk. But I thought I wanted something like thinner and skinnier, and I don't want to carry this giganto piece of kneaded eraser. I'm an avid earplug wearer. I cannot sleep without wearing earplugs. I just sleep too lightly to not wear earplugs, but every time I buy new earplugs, I get a little case for them, and it's kind of a lot thinner and smaller. So I think I'm going to use one of these because I have millions of them, and get a new piece of eraser. Honestly, like these, I feel like I'm gonna have this one kneaded eraser for the rest of my life. I have been using this same piece for probably like the past 4 years. I don't really know when you're supposed to replace them, but yes, it's darker, but it still gets the job done. So I feel like one container of kneaded eraser per lifetime. Well, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. If you know when you're supposed to discard them, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep using this one. So this little guy can be in here, and look at perfect. Oh, I should probably put a little art clip in here. I just use clothespins and I paint them when I'm bored. This one is when we went to London. I painted this one specifically for that trip. Very extra, I know. I have extra moments. I do think we should put water brushes in here. I will say I like this organizer so far, but I will say They could have like given you some more slack for this pocket, my friends. All right, so we're just gonna set those in there. Then back here, this big chunky area, I think I'm going to use for my colored pencils. I think I need to get real with which ones I'm really using, but I like having the choice. Like this. Like I don't use red ever. The only reason I put red in there is because Andy has some red tattoos that I was adding into my mermaids. So this pencil, look how dull this is. Like I don't know if you can see. This bright one here is the Prismacolor, which is crimson red. And this one here is the Faber-Castell Polychromo, and this is permanent carmine. Like I feel like they're similar shades, but like it's just not as vibrant as the Prismacolor. So yeah, I have to go through these. I'm going to work on that. I'm not going to make you sit around and watch me decide on all of my colored pencils, but I will check back in with you and I will show you the solution I came up with for my colored pencils. Then the solution I came to with my colored pencils, I might change this eventually, but we'll see how this works out. Originally we're just going to rubber band together all of my colored pencils in like color bundles. But what I did was I just took some cardboard. I just happen to have some cardboard that I saved from some glasses we bought from IKEA. I save tons of stuff, and this is why, because I then find ways to use it. So I just took a piece of that cardboard from IKEA, wrapped a rubber band around it, and stuck my pencils in. So when I'm at the coffee shop, I have to add this green one in here. I can just pull out my colors and I can see them all and just pull from it that way. I felt like that was way easier than just big bundles of colored pencils. This system isn't perfect. I'm worried that these old rubber bands are going to snap. But you know what? It gets the job done. Sometimes done is better than perfect. And then I just stuck one of the Prismacolor blenders here in the side. So I just wanted to show you guys a little update of how I actually ended up figuring out what to do with these color pencils. I'm currently on a Starbucks run. On Fridays, recently at Starbucks in the app, they've been doing 50% off your drink. And sorry, the camera's really shaky right now. Andy stayed home from work today, so we both went in our app and ordered drinks to kind of work on our to-do list. And it was a good little break for me because I was sitting drawing mermaids for like the past hour because I'm trying to get ahead a little bit. So this tea is much needed. What is your drink of choice at Starbucks? I recently gave up coffee because with my autoimmune stuff going on, I had a really high resting heart rate, so I switched to tea to be a little less, I don't know, caffeinated, I guess. I do not miss the feeling after drinking coffee. So now my go-tos are the London Fog, which is amazing if you like black tea, and the chai tea, and the matcha tea latte. So I'd love to know what your favorite Starbucks drink is. I was eyeing the new, like, the bobas at Starbucks. Like, they're not traditional boba, but I heard they're pretty good. So if you've tried it, let me know. I have my amazing tea from Starbucks. I am back sitting down at my very busy desk right now, and I really, really need to work on these mermaids. Like, I'm all caught up. I have them sketched out through May 20th. I'm not sure when you will be watching this video, so this technically may not be caught up by the time you watch this video. But yes, I just sketched out 5 of them because we're having a really busy weekend. We have like a baby shower to go to, some soccer games, that kind of stuff. So it's going to be kind of hard to fit in sketching. Luna's here. She says hello. So I only have 1 page done so far, so it's probably hard to see these, but they're there. They are sketched. I want to go ahead and get these lined today because I also need to film my mermaid update video. I've been trying to do that every Friday. But what I really wanted to share with you guys that I'm proud of myself that I finished is I finished this PDF with the kind of like the process that I'm using for my mermaids. If you want a copy of this, I did post this in my bio on my channel. If you go to my Linktree link up at the top, you'll see the spot for the PDF for 2024 Mermaid. If you would like your very own copy of this, and I kind of just went through each of those. I explained more about this in my mermaid videos, but I wanted to share that that's finally available. Also, we had talked about that I get kind of extra with my art clips here. I found a plain white one. I kind of want to turn this one into a mermaid. I'm so excited. I have a bunch of plain ones here that I want to paint white, but it takes so long to like cover them with gesso. Part of me wants to just take them outside and spray paint them, but then I'm like, oh, spray paint is so bad for the environment. So I will probably suck it up and just gesso these because I have ideas for more of them. Let's see, what else is new around here on my desk? Ooh, yes. So I am almost all the way through my current planner. So my planner only goes through June 12th is the last day I can fit in this planner. I just used an A6 Stology. I think it's a half year they call it. Here, I have it right here. This is what it looks like brand new. I don't like, you can get tons of different colors, but I like to have lots of cutesy wootsy stuff on the cover. And I was going through my junk mail the other day and I got the cutest envelope for my car insurance. This is from Progressive. And it has this little bookshelf with this, I don't know if it's a crocodile or an alligator. I want to do a theme. I want to do an alligator or crocodile theme. So I was looking like on Etsy for stickers, and I went to Michael's and Hobby Lobby and Joann's to look for scrapbook paper. Nunzo. I found nothing. So I am going to design my own. And then I went through my little stash papers. I found more of these envelopes that I've gotten in the past, and I was able to cut out more of the little crocodiles. So that's another thing that I want to do. I want to start designing some stickers and some papers and patterns of cute little crocodiles slash alligators. I don't know which they are. And then I want to make some clips of little alligators, like put them on the side and like rawr, rawr, rawr. So extra, but I want to do it. So stay tuned for that project. So many projects. Like, this is my to-do list today, and it's a fold over. I know it's a little post-it, but the amount of time that's going to take to do this itty-bitty little post-it, mind-blowing. So stay tuned. I am going to work on some random projects, some stuff that's on my list there. I'm going to get these little bad boys all lined up today and get my 3rd mermaid installment filmed. I'm in a funky mood today, so I figure I should just sit down, maybe work on some art, even though I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. Do you guys ever just have a weekend where it's full of so many obligations, and come Monday morning or whenever, after you've had multiple days of obligations, you are just wiped out. Like, energy's wiped out. Your social interaction battery is wiped out. You are just done, I'm having one of those days. There are things that I should be doing that are kind of important, but I feel like I don't have the mental capacity to do any of those things. So here I am at my messy desk, working on the most random things. I'm still trying to paint in all of these scales for my mermaid book. So much work has gone into trying to fully complete mermaid. I absolutely love it, but ooh, boy, does it require a lot. And then I was sitting down last night, very late in the night, and coming up with prompts for possibly doing a June challenge, but I don't know if I can do 2 challenges back to back. So I don't know. I might push off doing the challenge to maybe next year, or do it in a different month. I was thinking about doing Junebug. I was doing research on different types of art prompts there are each month of the year. I had never heard of Junebug, but it came up in a search for me recently. And I did a bunch of research online for different really cool bugs. And oh my God, I never knew there were such awesome bugs in this world. So I got really excited about that. Went down a huge rabbit hole for 3 hours. So now I'm kind of feeling like, well, you put in all this time to look up all these bugs and now you're not going to do it. So kind of struggling with that. But whatever. Maybe I'll do it in the background, not so much on social media where I don't feel pressured of you have to get this done. Because that's how I feel about mermaid. And I knew that going in, and I set myself up because I wanted to really fully commit. So we will see if I do quote unquote June bug. We might do, I don't know, July bug. I don't know. Or maybe draw it out over June and July to make it not so labor intensive. I guess it also, a big factor will play in is if I accept another nursing contract or whatever, that sort of a thing. Sorry if you hear me sniffle. I got a case of the allergies today with my funk. Not a good combination, but it is what it is. What else can I tell you guys? I have been brainstorming on some possible online courses I could create. This is something I have wanted to do forever, and I want them to be, my style, like the wonky characters, the random little objects and backgrounds and that sort of a thing. So I was kind of trying to come up with a progression of little art courses I could do, and I have quite a few ideas. I know it will take time to bring these to fruition, but the fact that the inspiration is there, I know I need to strike while the inspiration is at the forefront of my mind. So maybe something I could do today to kind of get out of my little head here, get out of my own way, is go to Barnes & Noble, which is my fave place to chill. I really like to go to the Starbucks in Barnes & Noble versus the Starbucks, just the regular Starbucks to sit, because the regular Starbucks is so freaking busy all the time that I find it quite distracting when I'm trying to draw or brainstorm or that sort of a thing. And because they have so many mobile orders at Starbucks, people are always oh, looking over what I'm doing, and try to start conversation with you. And I'm like, bro, I'm in my zone here. Leave me alone. So I love to go to Barnes and Noble and chill in their Starbucks. And the people who work at the Starbucks in the Barnes and Noble down the street from me, they're so nice all the time, just so happy all the time. It's probably because they don't have to deal with all those mobile orders. I don't know. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is maybe I will go there. I'll work on a few like random things here today, get my headspace right, and start laying down like maybe some structure to what a course layout would look like to make it easier when I can bring those courses to fruition. I'm actually very excited. I have a list. Where did I put my list? That is a great question. Oh, I know where they are. They are in my sketchbook. I have so much stuff on my desk. Oh my gosh. Do you guys have that where like you sit down to create and like you're just jumping from one thing to another and before you know it, it's like hoarder piles everywhere. All right. So I'm going to share my little list of possible classes I want to create with you. If any of these sound awesome to you, or if you have any recommendations of something down the line that you think would be a cool class for me to create, I would love to hear your input. Yeah, I love, feeding off of each other as artists. I think that's extremely fun. And I'm trying to look for my planner from this morning. Did I even bring it upstairs? I don't even think I brought it upstairs because I had thought of another idea this morning. Anywho's. All right. It was after Mermaid. Okay, here is my list. So I was thinking I could do a class with wonky creatures, like cute little monsters. A class with some wonky kitties. I did do some kitties in the past, like on my iPad, and I loved how they turned out. I was also thinking of doing like artist themed or just basic themed workshops where it would run over the course of a couple of weeks and it would be in a certain theme. It could be like a Picasso theme or a Frida Kahlo theme, or it could be like a kawaii theme or, something like that. I also thought we could do a class where we make like affirmation cards. You know how I'm doing the mermaid with my wonky people? My wonky people in costumes of animal mermaids. That's kind of a lot mashed up there when I try to say it out loud. I was thinking of doing where you have a wonky cat in a costume. And it didn't have to be like other animals. It could be like a cat inside of a banana costume or, something like that. So I was thinking like a cool class like that or a class like wonky mashups where you just join different characters and objects and your feelings from your day and stuff like that. Oh, then I thought like, okay, let's bring it back to basics. Like, what is the how do you build like a wonky character? So like the anatomy of a wonky could be a class, or I could do a class on how to do the mermaids, a class on like the backgrounds and the rooms that I like, excuse me, that I like to create because I always like to put like a outlet on the wall with cords and dirty laundry on the floor and just like that's my style. So how to do that. And also I have done a lot of paintings where I use how I'm feeling or something that's going on in my life to create art. Let me grab my sketchbook. This way I can show you some examples of what I mean. Let me find one. This is a way I like to store my art. I don't know if I've mentioned this before. These are just 4x6 photo albums from the dollar store. And since I work small a lot, I can just stick loose pieces of paper that I worked on into here. It's not the most professional or beautiful thing, but it keeps them all protected and in a spot. Well, this would be a good idea because this is all made with collage. We could do like wonky collage. This was fun. That's a good idea. I should write that down because my brain today. All right. Where are you, little feelings, paintings? I love this one. This was really fun. If I can get it out, come on. I don't know what I would call this, but I really liked making this. And then this idea, like it sparked into like a whole series. But I really love this. I don't know, what should I call this? Wonky tattoos? I don't know. I feel like I should pull these out. Oh my gosh, you guys. I have so many like art goals and ideas, and like I just wish that we could all meet in person and like do all these things together. Ugh. I don't know about you guys. I don't have any art friends that live close by me. So I greatly, greatly appreciate having an online art community that I can connect with, because I don't know, I just feel lonely in the art department. This, I love this one. I'm going to just take it out because I don't know if it's glaring for you guys. I don't think it's too bad. This could be another class where we just use book pages to make cute little wonky characters. Okay, we'll put that over there because that's an idea. This is another one of the book pages. You can make such cute little pieces of art just with any kind of paper you have laying around the house. Just slap some ink on there, use some colored pencils, some acrylic paint. Voila! You have cute, cutesy wootsies. This is another one I used from a book page. I should do like a full flip of all of these. I even thought like we could do like a space one, but I don't know. I didn't really love that idea. Are my feeling ones not in here? Here we go. Here we go. So here's an example of like a feelings one. I think they're so cute. And then like we could come up with like our own symbolism. You know, for me, like this kind of creates like sadness, depression, just like a cloud over you where you're just like, ugh. But this I'm really excited about maybe doing a class like this. I think, oh, and here, so riffing off of this one, this kind of turned into this little series I have here. I did this little girl here. And then I was missing, I don't know how appropriate this is, but whatever. I did a whole little FU series. So there's a little finger. I could do an FU series. I could do an FU class also. But I have this cute little girl. I did a little Evil Eye series. Oh, these right here. I don't know if you guys have seen these little beads on my desk recently, but I just traced these beads, and that's how that came about. And ever since using them as like a stencil, I haven't known what to do with them. I have a bunch of paper mache in the garage that I need to finish, so maybe I can have like one of my little paper mache characters like holding the beads that say happy. That's another class we could do. We could do paper mache wonkies. Look at this, you guys. Tons of stuff we could do together. This is another feelings one. I was feeling very exhausted. I felt like I was in a twilight zone. I just wanted to sleep, so I have little sheep earrings. That's another thing I really like to do. I like to put earrings on my characters. Okay. Do I have any more that I feel like was kind of another little riff off of this? I just love the stars. What are your guys' favorite shape? I feel like I always gravitate towards stars, hearts, smiley faces. Oh, and here I did a cat one to kind of, like if she were to have a cat, this is what her cat would look like. We could do like wonky companions. That might be kind of cute. Okay. See, there are just endless ideas of classes that we could do together that I feel like would be so much fun. It would be so much work to do, but I don't know. I just get so lit up and excited just thinking about it. So I know that it needs to come to fruition in my life. Anyways, I have jabbered on long enough with you guys. Thank you for helping me start to emerge from my funk today. I am finding as I talk to you guys and film for you guys, it really does help my mood. I feel like I'm able to connect with you guys. I don't feel so alone in this big, huge world of art when I do this with you guys. But I am going to continue and work on a few more random items that I got floating around the desk here. So I hope that you guys have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful day. And thank you so much for continuing to watch and support me. I will see you guys in the next video.